I want to welcome you back into TeamHive.live, presented by Centricom and KSLSports.com as Game 2 of the 3A semifinals gets ready to get underway. I'm Alex Napoles, happy to be with you here at Zions Bank Stadium, the host site for the 3A and 2A semifinals. It is the Manti Templars taking on the Morgan Trojans, number 2 in the RPI, taking on number 6. It'll be the Templars in the red. They'll be going to the right of your screen here in the first half. And it is the Morgan Trojans in the white going to the left to start us off here in the first half. Both sides taking the field as we get ready for action to get underway. Game 2 of the 3A semifinals. The Ogden Tigers await their opponent.
For Manti, number 30, Branson Cherry.
Official giving the final instructions as we are moments away from getting this one started.
Soccer fans, are you ready?
Everybody at the center circle. The whistle, and we're underway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the beautiful game. The Manti Templars get us started off as the Templars here in possession. This is Sugden losing out possession, and winning it back momentarily was the Templars, but now the Trojans back with the ball. Here's Sugden. Plays it out wide to Tillman. Or excuse me, that's Henderson. Ball goes wide, but the whistle and a foul called as the Morgan Trojans here with a free kick. Free kick coming up here for the Trojans in a dangerous spot. It is Sam Sugden standing over the ball to take. Sugden will take it from distance. Tries to put it on frame, but it goes wide and out of bounds. A goal kick coming up for the Manti Templars. Let's take a look at the Templars real quick. Head coach Jake Dettinger, his second season in charge of this Manti Templar side. The Manti Templars also last season making it to the 3A championship game. They lost 4-1 to Ogden in that one. They were the runners-up. A dangerous opportunity here for Manti. Cleared away by Ratchford for Morgan. The Templars coming to this one at 16-3 overall on the season. Finished 13-1 in Region 12 play. The only representative from Region 12 here in the 3A semifinals. Finished at the top of the region. Second in the RPI, 68 goals scored on the season, 17 goals against. For the Morgan Trojans, they're led by Jesse Henderson in his first year as head coach. 11-8 overall, 7-3 in Region 13 play. They tied for second place in Region, 6th in the RPI, 61 goals scored on the season, 28 goals against. Slow start to the season for the Morgan Trojans. They went 1-5 in non-region play before bouncing back and finishing the season 7-3 in region action. Free kick here for the Trojans. Ball booted over the top. No one there as it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Ball booted away by the Templars. As Manti trying to win the ball back here in the middle of the park. They do. It comes out to Olsen. Olsen with a nice turn. And now Rhett Olsen going aground. The whistle and the foul called against Olsen. And a free kick coming up here for the Trojans. Zach Dredge to boot it away for Morgan. Ball over the top. And Henderson giving chase. Brings it in and down for the Trojans. Cleared away by the Templars only momentarily. Here with Nielsen. And cleared away. Dredge got a foot on it. Now giving chase is Dettinger. And a whistle and a foul will call. The free kick coming up for the Manti Templars as Dettinger goes to ground. That was Sam Sugden called for the foul. Giving chase is Henderson for Morgan. In possession here is Henderson. Gets around Anderson. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. Anderson here to throw it in for the Manti Templars. Looking for Dettinger. Giving chase is Carson Taylor. That ball goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. 35:50 left to go here in the first. All tied up at 0-0 between the Trojans and the Templars. Manti coming into this one at the number 2 in the RPI, primed to get state championship number 2. Their last one and first one came in 2012. So close to it last season. Can they get back to America First Field this year and have that rematch they want with the Ogden Tigers? Got to get past this Morgan Trojan side first, as the Trojans here in possession. Ball goes out to Connor White, out of bounds, kept in there by Zach Nielsen. Ball booted up over the top. Trojans back in possession to Luke Francis. Now goes out of bounds and out. A foul called. And a free kick here for the Templars. Ball booted up over the top. Dredge gets a header on it. Comes out to Trace Henderson. Sugden winning it back in the middle of the park. Ball given away, but the whistle and a foul called. Taylor Dettinger called for the foul. Dettinger comes across and gets a little piece there of Sugden for the foul. Free kick for Morgan. And an opportunity to clear their line. Standing over to take Carson Taylor to boot it away. Taylor over the top. Now one back by the Trojans. Here's an opportunity as Nielsen was trying to get past his mark. One back by the Templars. Dettinger brings it down. Looking to play it over the top. Rhett Olson cut out by Dredged. And it goes all the way back to Ratchford, the goalkeeper, who boots it away. Tommy Bridges winning it for the Templars. Plays it century, looking for Ornelas. And now Morgan back in possession with Connor White. White up the sideline. Ball poked away, out of bounds and out off of the Manti Templars. Throwing for the Trojans over on that far sideline. Ball back in play here with Nielsen. Nielsen will go back. All the way back now to Ronan Ratchford. Taylor to Henderson. Ball given away. Anderson coming across defensively for Manti. Won it back momentarily. Trojans back in possession. Here's Taylor. Near sideline for Dredged. Ball booted away. Sugden. Giving chase here is Tommy Bridges. Can't keep that one from going out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Morgan Trojans over on the far sideline. We'll have a offsides called first. And so a free kick coming up for the Templars. Opportunity here for Ornelas near the top of the 18. Settles it, the shot from distance by Bridges. Deflected as the Trojans trying to win back possession. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Manti still on the attack. And cleared away by Connor Wyrick. A corner kick coming up for Manti. Set piece opportunity for the Templars to try to take a lead. As Tommy Bridges will whip this one into the box. Low driven near post. It goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Substitution here for Manti as Jesse Chavez into the game. Off comes number 3, Taylor Dettinger. Out of bounds and out. Chavez getting his first touch, and it goes out for the Trojans throw. Over on that far sideline, Cody Adams to throw it in. Ball brought down by Kinney. Whistle and a foul call. The free kick coming up here for the... or throw-in coming up here for the Manti Templars. Kinney. It's Ornelas trying to win it back for Manti. Morgan doing a good job keeping possession. Here's Henderson coming over to the near sideline. Henderson looking for options. Ball played up the sideline. Here's Connor White. White settles it back to White. White plays the ball into the box, and Cherry off his line to collect. Branson Cherry, the senior goalkeeper for Manti, boots this one up and away. Dettinger trying to bring it down. Does. Gets it to Ornelas. Ornelas looking to play it out towards that far sideline. Does. As Jesse Chavez in possession. He'll go all the way back to Cherry. Cherry boots this one away. Tommy Bridges trying to keep it for the Manti. Does. Has Ornelas now with possession. Looking for options. Ornelas over the top. Giving chase there is Henry. Ball booted away by Wyrick. And a throw-in coming up here for the Templars over on that far sideline. It'll be Corbin Henry to throw it in. Henry now with the header, trying to play it back into the box, and it'll just safely roll through to Ronan Ratchford. Ratchford will boot this one away from Morgan. Connor White brings it down. Opportunity here for the Trojans. Ball into the box, across the face of goal. Henderson tried to tap it in, can't get a foot on it, and cleared away by Manti. Big opportunity and a big miss for the Morgan Trojans. They had the opener. Henderson couldn't get it in. And now Trace Henderson trying to win it back again. Cleared away by Manti as the Trojans stay on the attack. Dredge to throw it in. Sudgen. Now in the middle for Kinney. Back to Dredge. Connor White. Nilsson will go all the way back to Wyrick. Ball again with Wyrick, who floats one in. And nobody there. That one will go out of bounds and out. Manti throw in, and what a huge opportunity it was for Trace Henderson to open the scoring here in the Game 2 of the 3A semifinals. Manti now with the throw, getting it into Dettinger. One back by the Trojans here in the middle of the park. It's Sudgen. Dredge giving chase. Gets through and pass into the box. Dredge with the shot. Coming across defensively and making the tackle. It's Ornelas. Still the Trojans. The shot from distance. And Branson Cherry collects. This little bit of sustained pressure here from the Trojans. And now cleared away by Manti. Here's Ornelas. Justison booting this one away. Jesse Chavez coming across, winning it for the Manti Templars. Ball played through to Olsen. Olsen into the box. Defended, and Olsen still ends up with it. Takes a deflection and into the hands of Ratchford. Somehow Rhett Olsen was able to get a shot off there. Does a good job in the Morgan defense Coming up, making a play. Ratchford comes up with the catch. And now the Trojans back in possession. Ball booted away by Morgan. Ball comes down to Zach Nielsen. Henderson there trying to win it back. Manti back in possession only momentarily, as now the Trojans winning it back. Here's Henderson. The junior on the wing. Looking for an opportunity to play it into the box. Defended by Anderson. Henderson into the box. Henderson puts it in across the face of goal, but nobody there at the back post. Cleared away by Manti. Ornelas can't get it out. Here another opportunity for Morgan, now booted away by the Templars. Dettinger giving chase. And the flag is raised. The AR thought it was a foul. Instead, it'll go out of bounds and out. Substitutions coming up here for the Morgan Trojans, as looks like Luke Francis and Zach Nielsen heading to the bench for a breather. Checking in, Cash Peterson. Templars back on possession with Dettinger. Ornelas back to Dettinger. Up the sideline, plays it to Vinny Cruz. Cruz to Ornelas. Turns, spins. Ornelas keeps his footing. Ornelas looking for support. Takes it to the corner flag and cleared away. Comes off of Dredge. And a throw-in for the Manti Templars here on the near sideline. Ornelas will leave it for Rhett Olson. Olsen plays it in. Bridges. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up for the Templars. And a set-piece opportunity to see if Manti can capitalize and open the scoring. Luis Ornelas, the senior, heading to the near sideline to take the corner. Set-piece opportunity coming up. Everybody lined up at the back post. Ornelas will whip it in. And it goes over and out for the Morgan Trojans throw-in. Substitution again coming up for the Morgan Trojans. Ball back in play.
17, Jace Williams, replacing Connor White.
Out of bounds once more. A throw-in coming up here for the Morgan Trojans. It'll be Cody Adams over on that far sideline to throw it in. Adams looking for Cash Peterson, cut out by the Templars. Here's Ornelas for Manti. Spins. Plays it back. Gets it to Henry. Henry floats one into Olsen. Olsen with the header. Tries to bring it in. Instead, it'll float safely into the hands of Ronan Ratchford. Ball booted up over the top. Henry trying to win it back from Manti. Falls at Steinfeld, or excuse me, that was Trace Henderson. Out of bounds and out once more. Morgan throwing over on that far sideline. Prior to substitutions coming up here for the Templars as David Peterson checking in.
And number 18, Luke Summers.
Luke Summers also into the game for the Manti Templars. .22 minutes left to go here in the first half. All knotted up between the Templars and the Trojans. This is 0-0. As the Ogden Tigers await their opponent for Saturday. Ball comes out to Adams. Cuts inside centrally, looking for options. Ball will go all the way back to Taylor. Taylor losing out possession, stolen away by Dettinger. Dettinger now with an opportunity here for the Templars. Holds the ball up, waits for option, plays it to Summers. Summers into the box, takes a heavy touch. And it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Big opportunity there for the Templars to try to take a lead. Luke Summers in on goal, takes a heavy touch, couldn't settle it well for a shot. As it goes out of bounds, a goal kick coming up here for Ratchford to boot this one away. Substitutions prior to as the Trojans making some substitutions again, checking into the game. Number 21, Parker Grow. Manti quickly back into the box. It's Henry. Takes a deflection off of Wyrick. No, they'll say it came off of Henry. Head coach Jake Dettinger on his feet. Thought he had the corner kick. Instead, it's a goal kick, and the Trojans here with an opportunity to clear their lines. One back by the Templars. Goes to Henry. Henry trying to hold the ball up in the attacking third. One back by Adams and the Trojans. Adams goes to ground. And the whistle and a foul called. Free kick here for the Morgan Trojans. And an opportunity to play one into the mix. It was a good start for the Morgan Trojans in their attacking third, but the last 10 or so minutes, it's been all Manti. Ball over the top. Cherry off his line. And now Cherry will put this one away. Ball comes and lands to Jace Williams in the mix for Cash Peterson over the top. And again, Cherry off his line and reads it well. Ornelas. Now again with Ornelas, who plays it in centrally to Bridges. Bridges over the top, gets it to Ornelas, who's all by himself, cuts back, holds it up, looking for options. Into the box now is Ornelas, gets it on his left, tries to play it in, but Cody Adams comes across and forces the ball out of bounds. Another opportunity where it seemed like the Manti Templars were going to get a corner, instead we'll have a goal kick. Morgan with an opportunity here to clear their lines.
And for Morgan, number 8, Connor
Prior
White,
to substitutions coming up for the
Zach Nielsen.
Trojans. Checking back into the game, it's number 15, Zach Nilsson. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Manti quickly back in possession here with a throw-in on the near sideline. Anderson to throw it in. Back into the game, number 15, Rhett Olson.
Returning
for the Templars.
Manti, number 3, Taylor Dettinger, replacing David
Dettinger
Peterson.
also back into the game. Coming off is David Peterson. Parker Anderson to throw it in. Tommy Bridges with the header. Cleared away by Wyrick. Anderson lets that one bounce. Coming across and heads it away is Spencer Chittister. To throw it in here on the near sideline, it's Williams. Williams plays the ball in. Giving chase was Luke Francis, but the whistle and a foul called. Branson Cherry will boot this one away for the Templars. Plays it to the near sideline for Olsen. Falls to Dettinger. Gets it back to Olsen, who almost had an opportunity to get the ball there. Connor Wyrick coming across and making the defensive clearance. Throwing for the Templars as Rhett Olsen plays it in. Lands at Dettinger. Dettinger goes to ground. The whistle and a foul called. Free kick coming up for the Manti Templars in a dangerous spot. Dettinger and Ornella standing over it to take. Free kick here for Manti. Opportunity to whip one into the box, create some chaos, and see if they can break this 0-0 deadlock. Dettinger, 18 goals, 15 assists on the season. Ornella, 17 goals, 11 assists on the year. Both standing Over the ball to take. He'll leave it for Ornelas, who goes in near post and into the hands of Ronan Ratchford. Good idea there from Ornelas. Goes near post to see if he could beat Ratchford. And instead, Ratchford comes up with the save. Ball back with the Templars, only momentarily. One back quickly by the Trojans. Nilsson plays it out wide to Williams. Williams tries to play one back in towards Connor White. Now giving chase here is Chittister, who boots it up. Over Ornelas. Henry with a header and cleared away by Cruz. Lands at Cody Adams. Adams with time and space goes out wide. Gets it to Francis. Francis up the sideline. Gets past his defender. Francis crosses it in and into the box. Cleared away off the miss hit from Parker Groh. Manti can clear it away. They do. Ball goes out wide to Adams. Connor White crossed into the box. Williams giving chase. Brings it in for the Trojans. Jace Williams looking for options. Taking a shot from distance. Tries to go to the bottom near post of Branson Cherry. Can't put it on frame. It goes wide and out for the goal kick. 14:40 left to go here in this first half, as we are all tied up at 0-0. Substitutions for the Trojans.
Henderson and 12, Brody Kinney.
Manti back in possession here with a throw-in on the near sideline. Parker Anderson will throw it in. Substitution prior to, as Jesse Chavez checking back in for the Manti Templars. Off will be number 12, Corbin Henry, as he heads to the near sideline for a quick breather. Looking for Tommy Bridges, lands at Dettinger. Dettinger gets it back towards the sideline as that ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw in here for Manti in the attacking third. Rhett Olson will play it in. Dettinger brings it down near the top of the 18, settles it for Ornelas. Ornelas taking a shot from distance. Low driven shot, forcing Ronan Ratchford into the save. And it goes out of bounds and out. Ornelas had a good look there to open the scoring, but Ratchford comes up well. Substitutions again for the Trojans as number 6, Sam Sugden, checking back
Returning
in.
for Morgan, number 6, Sam Sugden.
Ball cleared away by the Trojans. This is Francis who brings it in. Francis has options. Can't get it past Connor White. Francis goes to the near sideline. Plays it in for Nilsson. Nilsson goes back to Wyrick. Now out wide to Adams. Adams up the sideline. Henderson with an opportunity. Henderson trying to cross it in, goes to the end line, and it goes out of bounds and out. The goal kick coming up here for the Manti Templars. Goal kick for Manti as they'll take it short. Branson Cherry now plays it to Chittister, who boots this one up and away. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Throw in for Morgan over on that far sideline. This is White, who plays it out to Henderson. Back to Adams. Now White. Now White to Henderson. Henderson back to White. White cuts back. Tries to get it back up the sideline. Instead, cut out by the Templars. Out of bounds and out. We'll take a deflection off of Manti for the throw-in over on that far sideline. Morgan plays it back in. Kinney gets a header. Tries to get it back to Henderson. Henderson looking to play it back into the box. Cross comes in and booted away by the Templars. And quickly won back by Morgan. Here's Dredged, that was Wyrick who boots it up over the top. Giving chase over on that far sideline. The whistle and a foul will call. A free kick coming up here for the Manti Templars. As Adams got tangled up over there near the corner flag. Spencer Chittister will boot this one away for the Templars. Chittister clears it. Morgan back in possession with Carson Taylor. Taylor cuts back. Almost given away there. Nice press by Dettinger to almost force the mistake. Now here's Tommy Bridges. Bridges for the Templars up the sideline. Bridges coming across and makes the defensive challenge. There is Zach Dredge. Out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Templars. Prior to substitution coming on for Manti. Checking back into the game is Corbin Henry. And off comes Taylor Dettinger.
Replacing Taylor Dettinger.
Throw in for the Templars. Olsen plays it into the box. Bridges brings it down. Bridges looking for options. Gets past one. Crosses it in. Near post. Cleared away by the Morgan Trojans. Another throw-in coming up for the Templars here in the attacking third as Olsen again throws it into the box. Bridges takes a heavy touch. And Nielsen boots this one away. Corbin Henry cuts it out. Takes a heavy deflection there and into the hands of Ratchford, who boots it up and away for the Trojans. Ball will go out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Trojans over on that far sideline. Taken quickly. This is White who brings it in. White tries to cross it in. Comes off of Chittister and out for the corner kick. Corner kick and a set-piece opportunity coming up for the Trojans to see if they can try to break this deadlock. Not much time left to go here in the first half between these two sides. The ball whipped in near post. Takes a deflection. Back post. Francis was there. Poked away by Trace Justison. It goes out of bounds and out. And now a corner kick coming up again for the Trojans. This time on the near sideline. Substitution prior to as Morgan decides to make a change. Luke Francis close there at the back post. Nicely defended by Justison. Now ball whipped in, goes near post. The header, and it goes over the bar.
Now in for Morgan, number 5.
Big opportunity there for the Morgan Trojans to try to take a lead, but the header goes over and out. Goal kick coming up here for the Trojans. Or excuse me, for the Templars. Morgan back in possession with Henderson. Henderson cuts it out to his right, into the box. Trying to get it back onto his left and cleared away by Manti. Quickly won back by Morgan. This is Peterson. Peterson goes back to Adams. Adams looking for options. Ball now goes out wide to Cash Peterson. Peterson plays it in. And nobody there as this one will trickle out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Trace Henderson for the Morgan Trojan has had the best looks for the Morgan Trojans. Had one earlier in the first half where he couldn't connect cleanly with the ball. And then this one Had a chance to take a shot on his right, decided to cut back in left. Now here's Henderson again with an opportunity for Morgan. Cut it out. And towards the wing. Now up the sideline, now into the box. The cross comes in and into the hands of Branson Cherry, who has to go down and make the save at his near post. Cherry boots this one away. Goes out of bounds and out once more with 5:57 left to go here in the first. Still tied up at 0-0. Throw in coming up for the Manti Templars with Parker Anderson. Anderson will throw it in. Ball over the top and cleared out by Wyrick. Tettinger plays it to Olsen. Olsen to Bridges. Bridges cuts inside. Cash Peterson comes across, clears the way momentarily as Anderson wins it back under the legs of Bridges and cleared away by the Trojans. Giving chase here is White. Connor White gets on the end of it. Connor White tries to poke it through. And off his line and collects is Branson Cherry. White got a pass Justison, but Cherry collects and reads it well. Out of bounds and out. Throw in here for the Templars on the near sideline. Time running down in the first half. Olsen to throw it in. Dettinger gets it back to Olsen. Olsen cuts inside. Lines at Henderson. Cleared away by the Templars. It goes out of bounds and out. The Trojans here will throw it in. Francis gets it in. Brought down by Connor White. Cleared away by Manti. Now here come the Templars on the attack with Ornelas. Ornelas has options. Ornelas tries to cut back onto his left. Nicely defended by Wyrick. Ornelas goes down and cleared away by Morgan as Ratchford came off his line and read it well. Ornelas had Olsen running in all by himself. Try to cut it back out to his left. And nicely defended by the Trojans. A big opportunity there for the Templars. And now ball coming the other way. A foul and a free kick as Dredge comes across, commits the foul. And a free kick coming up for the Templars. Bridges will take. Everybody lined up at the top of the 18. Bridges will whip one in low to the box. Takes a deflection and cleared away by the Trojans. Connor White giving chase. Gets it out to Henderson. Henderson tries to play it back in. Still giving chase is Henderson. Henry covering and gets it out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the Trojans over on that far sideline. Henderson throws it in quick. Peterson. Cash Peterson, defended by Henry. The cross comes in, takes a deflection off of Henry. Out of bounds and out once more. Another throw-in coming up for the Trojans over on that far sideline. This time Adams running over to take. Cody Adams. And the offside flag raised as Peterson gets caught in an offside position. Free kick coming up for the Templars. Opportunity to boot this one away. Coming across is Vinny Cruz with a header. Out of bounds and out once more. Trojans throw. Taken quick. And here's White. White cuts inside. White crosses it in. And nobody there but Branson Cherry off his line to collect. Gets it out quick to Olsen. Olsen takes a touch. Can't get past Zach Droge. Now Olsen. Dettinger back out to Olsen. Olsen can't get past Carson Taylor, who makes the defensive challenge. Chittister over the top, looking for Dettinger. Headed away by Wyrick. Out wide to Adams. With 1:25 left to go. Ball over the top to White. White now into the box. Pokes it through. Back post. Francis puts it on frame. But Branson Cherry comes up and boots this one away. Francis at the back post. Thought he had an open net, but out of nowhere, Branson Cherry comes up with the save and keeps this one at 0-0. Morgan still on the attack. Now he goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Manti Templars here on the near sideline. Parker Anderson to throw it in. What a chance, what an opportunity there for the Morgan Trojans to take a lead just prior to the end of this first half. Instead, Branson Cherry had different ideas, comes up with a huge save. And a whistle and a foul called. This one will go against the Manti Templars. Adams looking to take it quick. Ball floated in, goes back post, and back into the mix. Branson Cherry again comes up and denies the Trojans.
8, 7,
Countdown now at Zions Bank Stadium as we approach the final seconds here of this first half. Kinney brings it in, and he'll just play it out as time expires here in the first half. As we head to the halftime break, all level at 0-0 between the number 2 in the RPI, Manti Templars, and the number 6 Morgan Trojans. Branson Cherry making the headline here in this first half, coming up with that big save on the empty net opportunity for Luke Francis. And that makes the difference as we head to the break, all tied up at 0-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll take the break here, but when we come back, second half action between the Trojans and the Templars here on TeamHive.live, presented by Centricom and KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Marijuana has a lot of names and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed. Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission: to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project. creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Remember the name. Now who you gonna call? Now who you gonna call? When I roll with you, in the West. That man lost his damn mind in the West. Love letter.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
And I want to welcome you back into Zions Bank Stadium as we get ready to start second half action between the Morgan Trojans and the Manti Templars. Game 2 of the 3A semifinals as the Ogden Tigers await their opponent for Saturday's championship game. Still tied up at 0-0 as we get ready to start second half action. Alex Annapolis here with you on TeamHype.live, presented by Centricom on KSLSports.com. It'll be the Manti Templars in the red. They'll be going to the left of your screen here in this second half, and it is the Morgan Trojans in their all whites going to the right of your screen here to start the second half. Substitution at the halftime break as Grayson Wallace looks to be checking in at goalkeeper for the Morgan Trojans. Second half underway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this second half. 40 minutes left to go here in this Game 2 semifinal. See if we can decide a winner prior to the end of those 40. If not, overtime awaits us. We already had one go earlier. See if they can find a goal and break this deadlock in this second half. Cherry off his line collects, boots this one away. Now Adams. Adams goes to ground as Ornelas wins the ball back. Here's Dettinger. Plays it back centrally to Ornelas. Ornelas back out wide to Dettinger. Good opportunity coming up here for the Templars, but Dettinger can't get on the end of that one. It goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Trojans here. Adams to throw it in. Ball booted away by Cruz. Ornelas tries to get on the end of that one. Now here's Henry who boots this one away. Trojans winning the ball back. Peterson tries to flick that one through. Quickly one back by the Templars. Here's Olsen. Olsen tries to play a ball through, and that'll go safely into the hands of Grayson Wallace. Wallace will boot this one away. Out of bounds and out for the Trojans throw over on that far sideline. Ball in to catch Peterson. Comes down now for Luis Ornelas. Ornelas playing the ball up to Dettinger. Taylor Dettinger giving chase. Ball booted away by Wallace. Quickly one back by Dettinger, who takes the shot from distance and can't put it on frame. It goes over and out for the goal kick. Good opportunity there for Manti as they stole the ball high up the pitch. And Dettinger just couldn't put the shot on frame. Morgan back in possession here with Francis. That's Sudgen who plays it over the top. Trojans on the attack. Chittister comes across. Now we have a whistle and a foul as Justison. It's his final warning. Foul and a free kick. Justison commits the foul. And the Trojans have an opportunity here. See if they can break this deadlock early here in this second half. Two standing over it to take. That's Cody Adams and Cash Peterson for the Trojans. 4 on the wall for Manti. Peterson off the wall. Nicely defended there by Henry. Peterson giving chase, goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for the Trojans as Peterson will throw it in. Ball played into the box by Peterson off the throw. Ornelas comes across, makes the header. It goes out of bounds and out for the corner kick. Set piece opportunity coming up for the Morgan Trojans off the corner as Kinney comes up to the near sideline to take. We'll have a stoppage in play with 35-36 as the official heading over to the near sideline to talk to head coach Jake Dettinger for the Trojans. Get a sideline warning here for the Manti Templars. Kinney will whip it into the box. Goes back post, the header, and it's over the bar. Takes a deflection off of a Templar. We have another corner coming up for the Trojans. Kinney again heading to the near corner to take. 35-18 left to go. Ball whipped in, goes back post again, this time over and out the other end for the throw-in. It's a good opportunity there for Morgan on the corner kick. Took a header off of Luke Francis. Now we have a whistle and a free kick coming up for the Manti Templars. Ball booted up the sideline by Bridges. Goes to Olsen. Brett Olsen now looking to get it back up the sideline, trying to get past Dredge. Goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Played short to Taylor. Now Henderson. Morgan back in possession here with Trace Henderson. Up the sideline, gets it to Peterson. Peterson does a good job to keep it in bounds, but nobody's there to collect. Now they will say it did go out of bounds. Throwing coming up here for the Manti Templars. Anderson to throw it in over on that far sideline. Ball back in play. Vinny Cruz trying to win it back. Now here's Olsen. Ball booted away by Morgan. Comes out to Francis. Ornelas does a good job to keep that one in bounds. Ornelas now up the sideline to Dettinger. And Dettinger is caught in an offside position. The flag is raised over on the far sideline. And a free kick coming up for the Trojans as they get the ball back. Ball booted away by Adams. Comes now down to Kinney. Kinney up the sideline to Francis. Francis back, looking for support. Cuts it in centrally to Peterson. Peterson trying to get it to Sugden. Instead, ball given away. Manti back in possession. Here's Cruz looking to play a ball over the top to Olsen. Cleared away by Morgan. Sugden will go back to Wallace. Wallace again. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw in here for the Templars. Quickly went back by the Morgan Trojans. Cleared away. Bridges with a header. Ornelas tries to flick one into Dettinger. Does. Over the top. Looking for Olsen. Coming across and clearing it defensively there is Wyrick. It goes out of bounds and out. And a throw in for the Templars coming up. Ball back in play with Bridges. Tries to bring it down. Now up the sideline, cleared away. Morgan back in possession. Ornelas cuts it out, wins it back for Manti. Out wide to Anderson. Up the sideline to Bridges. Now Dettinger trying to get it back out to Olsen. And it gets a little bit too much on the pass. It goes out of bounds and out for the throw-in. Henderson over the top. Justison comes across, heads it away. Now Henry giving chase. Henry boots it away for Manti. Falls down to Ornelas. Ball goes out wide to Olsen. Olsen now up the sideline. Bridges giving chase. Coming across as well as Carson Taylor, who just lets that one roll out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Substitution coming up here for the Trojans. Checking back into the game here for Morgan is number 15, Zach Nilsson. Goal kick and an opportunity to boot this one away for Morgan. Justison will cover and let that one roll all the way back to Branson Cherry. Cherry boots this one away. Out of bounds and out over on that far sideline. Manti throw, lands at Dettinger. Dettinger goes to ground, gets back on his feet, gets it to Olsen. Olsen now trying to get past Dredge. Olsen still in possession. Cuts back, crosses it in. Dettinger, heavy touch, and cleared away by Taylor. Chittister can't get the ball cleanly. Henry now giving chase. Here's Francis. Morgan in possession on the attack. Francis up the sideline. Looking for a chance to cross it in. Ornelas comes across. Ornelas goes down, the whistle, and a foul called. Free kick coming up here. And out of bounds. Free kick coming up and cleared away by the Templars. Nilsson. Taylor. Heavy touch there by Cash Peterson. Now up the sideline. Giving chase is Chittister, who comes across, clears it away. And a throw-in coming up for the Trojans in the attacking third. 28-28 left to go here in the second half. Still all knotted up at 0-0. Both sides have had some good opportunities in the attacking third, but each side still lacking that decisive pass, that decisive opportunity to try to break this one. The Ogden Tigers await their opponent. Ball floated in to White near the top of the 18, but the offside flag is raised. Looked like Connor White there was going to have an opportunity for the Trojans. Instead, the offside flag comes up, the whistle, and the free kick coming up here for Manti. Ball booted away by Cherry. Carson Taylor with the header. Peterson tries to win it back. Vinny Cruz gets past one, couldn't get past a second. And ball won back by the Trojans. This is Wyrick. Wyrick plays it up the sideline. Giving chase there was Adams. As the Templars regain possession. This is Taylor Dettinger. Losing out possession to Nilsson. Ball played up by the Trojans. Here's White. White gets it out to the sideline for Adams. Adams cuts inside. Now back out to his right into the box. Ornelas pokes it away. And Luis Ornelas makes a big defensive challenge there. The Manti Templars now trying to hit on a quick counter, but Taylor can't keep that one. Taylor Dettinger can keep that one in. It Goes out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up here for the Trojans. Substitution as Parker Grow back into the game for
replacing Brody Kinney.
Morgan. White tries to cross that one into the box. Chittister there defensively. Henry there defensively. Chittister pokes it away. It goes out of bounds, and now a corner kick opportunity coming up here for the designated visiting Morgan Trojan side. Cash Peterson heading over to the near corner to take. Peterson will whip one in, back post. On the ground and into the back of the net. It's a goal for the Trojans. It's Zach Nilsson. No, it won't. The Trojans think that they should be coming back the other way, or excuse me, the Templars think it should be coming back the other way. But instead, Zach Nilsson finds it into the back of the net.
Morgan goal.
And it's a goal. Number 6 takes the lead. And they're ahead here in the 3A semifinal. How will the Templars respond?
Was scored by number 15, Zach Nielsen.
Nielsen, the goal scorer, brings it in. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Tommy Bridges throws it in for Manti. Out of bounds once more. And Dettinger crosses it in. Goes across the box. Chavez giving chase. It goes out of bounds and out for the throw-in. Let's take a look at that replay on that goal one more time if we can. Well, we have a stoppage in play. Ball whipped in, back post. And somehow it came crashing off of Nilsson. Ornelas tried to stop that one from going in. As Morgan take this 1-0 lead. Adams here with the free kick. Trojans trying to whip the ball back into the attacking third. Comes in, floated in, and Connor White was there. Doesn't get a clean touch on it. It goes out of bounds and out. The goal kick coming up here for the Templars. Nice ball whipped in off the free kick. Connor White, unfortunately, just couldn't get the best of touches on that ball. He goes out of bounds, and now Manti back in possession. Justison.
Sam Sugden.
Sutchin back in for the Morgan Trojans as well, that substitution. Now Dredge to throw it in over on that far sideline for Morgan. Grow plays it up. Now back to Parker Grow. Grow plays it into Adams. Adams up the sideline. Ball comes crossed in by Francis. Goes out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up for the Morgan Trojans. Up a goal to nothing. Trying to find their opportunity to make it 2, double their lead, and try to close out this game. Sam Sudgen over on that far sideline will cross it in. Ball whipped in near post. Into the mix. Takes a deflection and cleared away by the Templars. Dredge Takes a deflection off of Summers. Out of bounds and out. This is Henry with time and space for Manti. Plays it to Dettinger. Now Ornelas. Ball cut out by the Trojans. This is Bridges who plays it to Ornelas. Cut out by Adams, who wins it back for the designated visitors. The Trojans. Nicely cut out by Bridges. Now here's Dettinger. Dettinger trying to get around Warwick. And Warwick coming across makes a huge defensive play. Ball booted up by Justison. Grow over the top. And giving chase there is Chavez, but he'll leave it for Cherry. Off his line, collects and reads it well. Ball booted away by Cherry. Francis trying to bring it down, booted away by Manti. Giving chase over on that far sideline is Summers. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. The throw-in coming up for the Trojans over on that far sideline. Ball booted away by Francis. Manti back into possession. Chavez goes to ground, and now here comes an opportunity. Cut out by Justison and booted away by the Manti Templars. Plays it out wide to Ornelas. Ornelas waits for options. Does. Gets it up the sideline to Chavez. Cross comes in near the top of the 18. Cleared away by the Trojans. Now here's Francis. Settles it over the top. Cruz giving chase, and Vinny Cruz will get this one back to Cherry. Cherry will boot this one up. Ornelas. Nicely done there. Nice little bit of skill by Ornelas. Settles it for Henry. Henry now with options. Up the sideline, Ornelas giving chase. And that ball will go out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for Morgan on the near sideline. This is Adams to throw it in for the Morgan Trojans. Halfway through this second half, 19:45 left to go. The Morgan Trojans, the number 6 in the RPI, up a goal to nothing against the Manti Templars. Ball will go back to Cherry, who boots this up and away. Still plenty of time for Manti to see if they can find an equalizer and maybe even go on and win it. Or will the Trojans find a second? Ball comes out to Francis, who headers it. Now cleared away by Taylor. Vinny Cruz gets a touch. Here's Henry. Henry trying to get past Adams. Adams doing a good job defensively to win that one back. Clears it away. Francis with a heavy touch. Chittister giving chase. And Spencer Chittister just has to boot this one out and away. A throw-in coming up for the Trojans here on the near sideline. Jace Williams to throw it in. Williams into the box. Anderson heads this one away. Adams plays it to Sudgen. Sudgen with a heavy touch. Loses out possession. Here's Ornelas. Ornelas tries to cut back inside. Goes to ground. Nothing called as the Trojans win possession back. Ball booted away. Williams brings it in for Morgan. Gets past one. Gets past two. Cuts inside. Looking for options. Up the sideline. The goal scorer, Nilsson giving chase. Cherry off his line, and Cherry clears this one away. Nicely read by Branson Cherry to come off his line, clear it for the Manti Templars, and force a throw in here on the near sideline. Trojans with the throw in the attacking third as they try to find some insurance on this 1-0 lead. Dettinger for Manti. Plays it to Ornelas. Ornelas plays it to Bridges. And a whistle and a foul called as Dettinger goes to ground. Free kick coming up here for the Manti Templars. Chance to get the ball into the attacking third. Despite being down a goal to nothing, it's been the Trojans who've had more of the possession in Manti territory. See if the Trojans can flip the script. Ball into the hands of Grayson Wallace, who goes to ground and collects. Adams. Nicely cut out by Chavez. Here's Dettinger trying to get it back to Chavez. Chavez inside the box. Adams goes to ground. And it goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans. Substitution as Rhett Olson checking back into the game.
For Manti, number 15, Rhett Olson.
Checking out will be number 18, Luke Summers. Wallace to boot this one away. Here's Vinny Cruz. Morgan back in possession. Booted away by Anderson. Now giving chase here is Williams. Up the sideline, Williams for the Morgan with an opportunity. Cuts to his left, into the box, back onto his right. Crosses it in, and Cherry is there. Bats it up into the air and collects. Nicely done there by Branson Cherry to read and boot that one away. Branson Cherry made a couple of big saves there in that first half. Is a big reason as to why the Manti Templars doing a good job of staying in this game despite being down one. Like I said, plenty of time left. Here comes Williams, who tries to find this insurance goal for the Trojans. That ball crossed in. Cherry again off his line. He'll shield it and let that one go out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Want to take this time to remind you that even after this game, we're not done. There's still two-way action coming up in the semifinals here on TeamHive.live, presented by Centricom and KSLSports.com.
Smith Wallace.
Coming up next, it's Macer Prep as they take on the St. Joseph Jayhawks in the game one of the two-way semifinals. Ball goes out of bounds and out over on that far sideline. Throw in coming up. Trojans back in possession. That was Grow trying to get it up the sideline. Ball goes out of bounds again. A throw-in coming up for the Trojans. Ball back with Dredge. Goes out wide. Trying to get it in the direction of Francis. It goes out of bounds and out. Nilsson, the goal scorer, gets a touch. Now Grow. Grow trying to poke it through to play to Francis. Zach Nilsson now recovering. Ball poked out. Goes out of bounds and out. A Morgan Trojan throw coming up over on that far sideline. This is Wallace as that ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw in for Manti now going the other way. This is Ornelas. Supports himself with Chittister. Plays it to Cruz. Cruz to Dettinger, who plays it over the top, trying to find James Dettinger. Now giving chase is Olsen, cleared away by Dredge. Manti still trying to recover possession. They do with Vinny Cruz. Cruz plays it out wide to Chavez. Chavez up the sideline to Ornelas. Ornelas back towards the sideline, looking for options, trying to find support. Now Taylor Dettinger. Chavez trying to get it back out wide to Ornelas. Ball almost given away. Manti here recovering possession with Bridges. Bridges gets past one into the box and booted away by Carson Taylor. Out of bounds and out, a throw-in coming up here for the Templars in the attacking third, taken quickly. This is Anderson who whips one into the box. Dettinger near the top of the 18. Now into the box is Dettinger, heads it back out to Olsen. Nilsson comes across, makes the challenge, and cleared away by Carson Taylor. Parker Grow will play this one away. Francis switching sides, gets it to Williams. This one goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up. Substitutions prior to, as mass substitutions coming on for the Trojans. Henderson back into the game. Connor White back into the game. Kinney back into the game. Cash Peterson also checking in as well. Mass substitutions again coming in for the Morgan Trojans.
In for Manti, number 12, Corbin Henry.
Corbin Henry back into the game for the Templars. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Trace Henderson lets that one roll out. Trojans throw. 10:31 left to go here in the second half. The Trojans lead it, trying to find their second and get some insurance. Ball booted away by the Templars. Wyrick will go all the way back to Wallace, his goalkeeper. Ball over the top in the direction of Connor White, who goes to ground. Goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for Manti. Ornelas to throw it in. Ball back in play with Bridges, who brings it down. Ball poked away by the Trojans. Kinney gets it to Peterson. Peterson gets past one. Peterson has options, gets it up to the sideline. Now here's Henderson. Trace Henderson floats one in, and Dettinger is there, clears it away. Adams trying to recycle this one, does. Whips it in, back post, takes an awkward deflection off of Parker Anderson, and he goes out of bounds and out. The corner kick coming up here for the Morgan Trojans. Same corner from where they scored, as Cash Peterson heads over to the near sideline to take. Substitutions prior to, as looks like Smith Wallace checks out for the Morgan Trojans. Peterson will whip it in, goes back post, and Francis was there, but the whistle and a foul called. Looks like there was a little push off of Cherry. And so the foul and the free kick as Cherry kicks this one away. Now another whistle and another foul called. This one again going against the Morgan Trojans. Manti looking for an opportunity to whip this ball into the attacking third. They haven't had that many opportunities here in the second, and they need some now. Down a goal. Here's Dettinger. Dettinger gets past one. This could be it. Dettinger into the box. Dettinger looking for options. To the top of the 18, Olsen can't get past his mark. Goes cleared away. And booted away again by the Trojans. Giving chase here is Chittister. Ball over the top. Peterson winning it back. Out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Trojans here on the near sideline as Adams will play it in. Played in centrally for Peterson. Ball goes out of bounds and out. In centrally. And now Sudgeon will win it back. Manti quickly back into possession here with Ornelas, who plays it over the top. Giving chase is Wyrick. Off his line is Wallace. Doesn't read that one well. Henry steals that one away from both Wyrick and Wallace has to be forced into the save. Miscommunication on the back line for the Trojans, and that could have been dangerous. Corner kick now coming up for the Manti Templars with time running out here in the second half. The Templars need a chance. Goes back post and cleared away by the Trojans. Francis will track this one down. Gets past Dettinger. Francis trying to play it back in towards Peterson. Cut out by the Templars and ball booted away. Ornelas brings it in. Dettinger takes a heavy touch. Cleared away by Carson Taylor. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Now back in with Ornelas for Manti. Gets it on his left. Plays it out to Henry. Henry with a heavy touch. Tries to float one in over the top. Looking to get it back in towards towards Bridges. Bridges now brings it in and cleared away. Trace Henderson for the Trojans over on that far sideline. Plays it up to White. White back in centrally towards Kinney. Kinney looking to play one up the sideline, and that one will just roll through as it goes out of bounds and out for the throw-in over on that far sideline. Ball back here with the Trojans. This is Kinney. Tried to tee it up from distance. Nicely done by the Manti Templars to cut it out. Here comes Dettinger now near the middle of the park. Dettinger will play it to Ornelas. Ornelas looking for support. Here's Dettinger. Dettinger now with an opportunity into the box. Takes a deflection. It goes out of bounds and out. The Templars thought they had a corner. Instead, we'll have a goal kick. Opportunity here for Wallace to clear his lines with 4 minutes left to go in this second half. The Trojans up 1-0 thanks to a goal from Zach Nilsson. Do we have an equalizer? Do we have a second goal? Who goes on to take the the Ogden Tigers in the 3A championship game? Ball goes out of bounds and out. Ornelas cuts back. Now up the sideline. Looking for Henry. Shielded by Wyrick, and Wallace off his line. Reads and collects. Wallace plays it out to Adams. Adams up the sideline. Vinny Cruz comes across, gets a foot on it, and now one back by Manti. Vinny Cruz quickly back in possession is the Trojans. Here's White. Out wide to Henderson. Heavy touch by Trace Henderson. Now Morgan back in possession. Almost stolen away there by Rhett Olson. Instead, out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up here for Manti in the attacking third. Ball played in. Ornelas plays it to Cruz. Cruz across to the near sideline for Dettinger, who takes a heavy touch, can't bring it in. And it goes out of bounds and out for the Morgan Trojans. Throw-in on the near sideline. Adams to throw it in. Ball in play. Giving chase here is Kinney. Justison clears this one away and booted out by the Manti Templars. Bridges. Now Vinny Cruz. Cruz plays it out to Olsen, who can't connect as it goes out of bounds and out. Trojan throw. Stoppage in play here with 1:49 left to go. And now off the throw-in. Here comes Ornelas. Ornelas. This could be one of the final opportunities for Manti. Cleared away by Adams. Up the sideline giving chase is Francis. Francis against Dettinger. The cross comes in. Cherry off his line collects and booted away by Branson Cherry. Takes a bounce. Now here's Olsen. Dettinger out wide to Bridges. Bridges up the sideline back to Olsen. Now one back by the Trojans. Takes a deflection off of Bridges. Dettinger gets on the end of it and booted away by the Trojans. Out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Templars with 45 seconds left. Manti plays it in. Dettinger near the top of the 18. Plays it back out to Bridges. Bridges losing out possession. Poked away and played out by the Trojans. This is Henderson. Henderson can't get it past the Templars defense. Now here's Manti. Ball booted away. 16 seconds left.
10, 9.
The countdown here at Zion's Bank. Ball floated in over the top. Cherry giving chase. Cherry boots this one up and away, and that will do it. Upset alert in the 3A semifinals as the number 6 in the RPI, the Morgan Trojans are heading to the state championship game. Down goes the Templars, thanks to a goal from Zach Nilsson, and the Morgan Trojans have a date with the Ogden Tigers for the 3A championship. The Morgan Trojans looking for their first ever boys soccer state championship, and they'll have a crack at it on Saturday when they take on the defending champs. That's your matchup. Saturday at 11 a.m. at America First Field, the Trojans taking on the Tigers for the top, for the crown. Heartbreak for the Manti Templars, too. They played such a hard game and have had such a phenomenal season. Coming in at the number 2 at the RPI, a testament to how well they have been under second-year head coach Jake Dettinger. But to come just short. They did it last year in the final, in the championship, and they'll fall short again this season.